Hi, this is designer Lynn Ghahary back with another Create Today video for you. For today's card, we're going to be using the brand new Sunnyside collection from Pebbles. In particular, we're going to be using the 6x6 paper pad. This is something new that Pebbles did with this collection. They created a 6x6 paper pad. It has 18 designs and 36 papers, so you get 3 of each design. And I'll just flip through it for you. If you can see, it's got some really great bright colors, perfect for summer, and some really cute patterns like this butterfly pattern, polka dots, flowers, zigzags. So we're going to be using papers from this paper pad. We are also going to be using one of the 12 by 12 papers. This paper here, it's called From Me to You, and it has all of these really great little cutouts that you can just basically take your scissors, and it's got little sayings. They're all different shapes and sizes. I already cut the one out that we're going to be using. It's right here. It's this banner shape, and it says hello friend at the bottom. So we're going to be using this on our card front, and I'm going to show you how to create a fun retro looking flower using your circle punches. So let's get started. The first thing I have is a cardstock card base. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. And this is American Crafts cardstock. One of the nice things that American Crafts does with each of their collections is they make or they coordinate colors of their cardstock with their collections, so it's easy to match things up. So I am just going to adhere. I have cut a piece of this flower design from the 6x6 paper pad. So I'm just going to adhere this to my card front, leaving a little bit of the border of the card base showing. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take that banner shape that I showed you earlier that I had cut out. And again, this is just perfect, the perfect size for a card front or even for a scrapbook page. And I'm going to adhere that right to the middle of my card with the base flush to the top here. So I am going to go ahead and do that. Okay, the next thing that I did was I used one of the new Spellbinders dies. This is the jar labels. These are put out in coordination with Becky Fleck and Page Maps. And if you haven't been to Becky's website, she is celebrating the 6th anniversary of Page Maps this month. And there's tons of prizes and fun giveaways going on. And I also have a video series that I've been doing on Becky's website this month. So I encourage you to go ahead and check it out. And in particular, I used this shape right here, and I cut it out using this great newsprint pattern. So I'm just going to adhere this right above our sentiment using some dimensional adhesive. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is build our main embellishment, and that is the circle flower that we're going to do. So I'm going to just move this aside for a second, and I'm going to pull in, I'm using a few other patterned papers here from the Sunnyside 6x6 collection, and I have a variety of paper punches. Now, I'll tell you what sizes I'm using, but if you don't have that particular size, please go ahead and substitute with whatever you have at home or whatever works for you. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to use, this is going to be the main color of our flower. So this is a 1 3/4 inch circle punch. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, and now I want to layer it. This is a 1 1/4 inch circle punch, and I'm going to use this pink gingham print. So I'm going to go ahead and punch that. Okay, and now I want to I'm going to assemble our flower. We're going to make some leaves as well, but the first thing I want to do is assemble our flower. So So I want to also add a button. This is actually just, I think this is a button from an older American Crafts collection, but you can see the color works well. And when I assemble our flower, we're going to actually have the circles kind of offset a little bit like that. It gives it a really fun little retro look to it. So I want to use crochet thread to adhere my button to this circle here. So I'm going to go ahead and use my paper piercer, and I'm just going to go ahead and pierce some holes, and then I'm going to tie my crochet thread. Okay, so we have our flower basically done. You can see I went ahead and used some dimensional adhesive to adhere the smaller circle to the larger circle. I want to create some leaves for this flower now, and we're still going to use our circle punches, and I want to show you a fun way to create a leaf shape. I'm going to use, this is a 1.5 inch circle punch, but again, if you don't have that size, you can use whatever you have on hand. And the first thing you're going to do is punch your circles, and I'm going to create 2 leaves. That one didn't punch nicely, so I'll do another one. Okay, so then you're just going to, if you want to just take your one circle at the end, just hold it at the very end with your thumb, and you're going to slide it into your circle again, and you can see I have like a little leaf punch showing there. And I'm going to go ahead and punch, and here's my leaf shape right here. So it's a fun way to just use your circle punch to create a leaf shape. Again, here's my punched circle. I'm going to hold it at the end. I'm going to slide it into my circle punch, punch, and there you go. Okay, and now just to give it a little bit of dimension in the middle here, I'm going to just use my scoring tool, and I'm going to score the middle. Okay, and so now this was the circle that I didn't punch out nicely on the end, but it actually works out because I need a base for my flower. So I'm going to take these 2 leaves, and I'm going to just use glue dots, and I'm going to adhere them like that, and then I'm going to adhere this part of the flower with some dimensional adhesive. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so now you can see here's the circle flower that we created, and now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add it to our card front. I'm going to add it right here with some more dimensional adhesive. Okay, so I decided not to use dimensional adhesive because I already had some under my label here, and it was going to be a little bit too puffy for me. So you can see here is the finished flower that we created in the finished card. It was super easy to create, but it's a fun little way to create like a retro looking flower, and of course, you know, to create some leaves using your circle punch. So there you have it. I hope that you enjoyed this Create Today video, and I'll see you next time.